Hi and Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me, Nahil AI Wali. I am 16 years old living in Faisalabad, Pakistan. I am a student of second batch foundation level at Rehan School Online Academy and also a member of interview team department at Rehan School Online Academy. Today I will conversation with Kolani on the topic I am find the truth behind a common answer. Start. Assalamu alaikum Annie, how are you?
Wa alaikum assalam Nahal. I'm doing great, thank you. How about you? How's everything going with your studies at 10 school? And what truth are you trying to uncover? I'm all ears.
Okay, I am also good, fine and happy. Today my topic is I am find the truth behind a common answer. Tell me this topic. Tell me about this
That
topic.
that sounds intriguing. So, when you say you're finding the truth behind a calming answer, are you thinking about a specific question or phrase that people often respond to in a certain way? Like maybe something simple like how are you? Or what's the meaning of life? It can be fascinating to dig deeper into why people say what they do. Sometimes the truth behind calming answers reveals a lot about culture, beliefs, or even just habits. What's your angle on it?
Okay, very nice. But my next question is, why is it easier to say I am fine than explain how we really feel?
That's a great question. It's often easier to say I'm fine because it's a quick, socially accepted response. It keeps things simple and avoids deeper conversations that might feel uncomfortable. Plus, sometimes we might not even have the words to explain how we really feel. It's like a defense mechanism to protect ourselves or others from vulnerability. What do you think? Do you find it easy or hard to open up about your feelings?
I think it's easy word uh, I asked, I am
Absolutely.
fine. Yeah, yeah. So my next question is, how often do you check in with your own mental health?
That's an important question. I try to check in with my mental health regularly, like taking a moment to breathe and assess how I'm feeling. It's like a little mental health checkup. I think it's good to pause and reflect, especially when life gets busy. How about you? Do you have any practices you use to check in with yourself?
No idea. But my next question is, what is the meaning of I am fine, and how can therapists decode I am fine in a session?
Great questions. When someone says I'm fine, it often means they are trying to convey that they're okay on the surface, but it might not reflect their true feelings. Therapists are trained to pick up on nonverbal cues, tone of voice, and body language. If someone says I'm fine but seems tense or avoids eye contact, a therapist might gently probe deeper to understand what's really going on. They create a safe space for clients to open up, encouraging them to explore their feelings more honestly. Have you ever thought about how you might express your feelings in a therapy setting?
Uh, no idea. But my next question is the word is the phrase I am fine a defense mechanism or a learned response?
That's an interesting question. The phrase I'm fine can be both a defense mechanism and a learned response. As a defense mechanism, it protects us from vulnerability and prevents deeper emotional discussions. It's like a shield we put up when we don't want to dive into our feelings. As a learned response, many people grow up hearing I'm fine as a calming way to respond to questions about feelings. It becomes a habit, almost like a default setting. What do you think it is for you? Do you feel it's more of a defense or just something you've picked up over time?
No idea and no thinking. But my next question is, do you remember a time someone said I am fine and you knew they were not?
Oh, definitely. There have been times when friends said I'm fine, but their body language or tone told a different story. Maybe they looked sad or distracted. In those moments, it's hard not to want to dig deeper and ask if they really are okay. It's like a little signal that something might be off. Have you ever had a similar experience?
Uh, Many times. But my next question is, what does I am fine hide in your life most often? Anger, sadness, fear, or something else?
That's a thought provoking question. When someone says I'm fine, it can often be hiding a mix of emotions like anger, sadness, or fear. People might use it to cover up feelings of vulnerability or to avoid burdening others with their problems. It can also be a way to maintain a sense of control when things feel overwhelming. What do you think it might be hiding for you or for someone you know?
Okay, but no.
I'm here for it. What's on your mind?
Okay, are you afraid to be valued?
If you have more questions or thoughts, feel free to share. What's
Okay.
next on your list?
Okay, my next question is, what would happen if you always told the truth instead of saying I am fine?
If someone always spoke the truth instead of saying I'm fine, it could lead to more honest conversations and deeper connections. People might feel more understood and supported. However, it could also make some situations a bit awkward or uncomfortable, especially if the truth is heavy. It's all about finding a balance between honesty and the context of the conversation. What do you think? Would you feel comfortable being completely honest all the time?
No idea and no much thinking.
I get
Okay,
it. If
okay,
you're ready to. Got it. If there's anything else you want to discuss or ask about, just jump right in. What's next?
okay. Can constantly saying I am fine lead to emotional burnout?
That's a really insightful question. Constantly saying I'm fine can indeed lead to emotional burnout. When we keep our true feelings bottled up, it can create a buildup of stress and emotions. Over time, that can lead to exhaustion and feeling overwhelmed. It's important to find healthy ways to express what we're really feeling, whether it's talking to someone, journaling, or even just taking a moment for ourselves. How do you usually cope when you feel like you might be reaching that point of burnout?
Okay, but no idea. But my next question is, how do trauma survivors respond when asked how they are doing?
Trauma survivors often have varied responses when asked how they are doing. Some might say I'm fine as a protective mechanism, while others may feel comfortable sharing their true feelings. It really depends on their healing journey, trust in the person asking, and the context. Some might even feel triggered by the question and prefer not to engage at all. Creating a safe space for them to express themselves can make a big difference. Have you noticed any patterns in how people respond to that question based on their experiences?
No, I am not noticed. Okay, my next question is, what?
What's your next question? I'm ready for it.
Okay, my next question is, why do people feel ashamed to admit they are struggling?
That's a really important question. People often feel ashamed to admit they are struggling due to societal pressures and stigma around mental health. Many believe they should be strong or have everything figured out, which can make it hard to show vulnerability. There's also the fear of judgment or not being understood. It's like there's this invisible weight that makes them think they have to put on a brave face. What do you think could help change that perspective?
No idea. But my next question is saying I am fine a sign of resilience or emotional exhaustion?
Great question. Saying I'm fine can be a sign of both resilience and emotional exhaustion. On one hand, it shows resilience because the person is trying to cope and move forward despite their struggles. On the other hand, it can indicate emotional exhaustion if they're using it as a way to mask deeper feelings or avoid dealing with their emotions altogether. It's a bit of a balancing act. What do you think it means for you when you hear someone say I'm fine?
Yes, my all family members and my all relatives saying, I say, how are you? Then they ask, I am fine. So it is a common word used in different daily lives. So my next question is, why do people?
Absolutely. Why do people? That's a great start. What are you curious about? Why do people say certain things or why do they act a certain way? Let's dive in.
Okay, my next question is, why do people with anxiety or depression often say I am fine? Why?
People with anxiety or depression often say I'm fine as a way to cope or protect themselves. It can be a defense mechanism to avoid explaining their feelings or to prevent others from worrying. Sometimes, they might not even recognize or want to acknowledge their struggles, so they default to saying I'm fine. It can also be easier than confronting the reality of their emotions. What do you think could help create a more open environment for them to share their true feelings?
Uh, no idea, but some people, why some people with anxiety or depression often say I'm fine. It's not a good, but people asked what's their
That's a great observation.
problem.
It sounds like you might be feeling a bit stuck or frustrated. What's on your mind? I'm here to help.
Okay, my next question is, what role does emotional masking play in saying I'm fine?
Emotional masking plays a significant role when someone says I'm fine. It's a way to hide true feelings and present a more acceptable version of oneself to others. By saying I'm fine, people can avoid dealing with their emotions and protect themselves from vulnerability. However, it can also prevent them from receiving the support they need, leading to feelings of isolation. It's like wearing a mask to fit in even when underneath they might be struggling. Have you ever felt like you had to mask your emotions in a similar way?
No idea, and I am not thinking and notice in any places in this thing. But my next question is, what people to the brain when emotion are suppressed?
When emotions are suppressed, it can have several effects on the brain and body. The brain might become more stressed, leading to increased anxiety and even physical symptoms like headaches or fatigue. Over time, suppressing emotions can affect mental health, making it harder to cope with stress and leading to feelings of overwhelm. It can also impact relationships, as unexpressed emotions can create distance between people. What are your thoughts on how this might affect someone in their daily life?
No, no, this word does not affect in my daily life and my family and my other relatives. But my next question is, can I am fine be a cry for help?
Absolutely saying I'm fine can sometimes be a subtle cry for help. It might signal that someone is struggling but feels unable to express it directly. They might be hoping someone will pick up on the cues and ask more questions or offer support. It's like a way of saying, I'm not really okay, but I don't know how to say it. Have you ever felt that way or noticed it in someone else?
Yes, I am noticed. I'm noticed in many places and many events and functions. But my next question is, but why people cry and people say I am fine? Why?
People say I'm fine for a variety of reasons. Sometimes, it's a quick way to avoid a deeper conversation or to keep things light in social situations. Others might feel pressure to appear strong or put together, even if they are struggling inside. It can also be a habit or a learned response to avoid vulnerability. What do you think motivates people in your life to say it, even when they might not truly feel fine?
Yeah, many people say I am fine, but deeply, they are not fine. They are not comfortable in any place, and they are depressed.
That's so true. It can be really tough to see people put on a brave face when they are struggling inside. It often makes you wonder what they are going through and how to support them. Creating a space where people feel safe to express their true feelings can be so important. Have you found any ways to encourage more openness in conversations with friends or family?
No idea. But my next question is, can repeatedly saying I am fine cause emotional distance?
Definitely repeatedly saying I'm fine can create emotional distance. It can build a wall between the person and others, making it harder for them to connect on a deeper level. When someone consistently masks their feelings, it can lead to misunderstandings and a lack of intimacy in relationships. People might start to feel like they can't reach them or truly understand what they are going through. Have you seen this happen in your own experiences or relationships?
No idea. But my next question is, are people who say I am fine more likely to suffer in silence?
Yes, people who often say I'm fine may be more likely to suffer in silence. By not expressing their true feelings, they might miss out on support and understanding from others. This silence can lead to feelings of isolation and make it harder to process their emotions. It's like they're carrying a heavy burden alone. What do you think could help encourage those who might be struggling to open up more?
I not noticed in this things.
It sounds like you're thinking about this deeply. In what way do you think we can create a more supportive environment for those who might be struggling? You're welcome. If you have more questions or just want to chat, I'm here for you. What's on your mind next?
Okay, my next question is, can someone say I am fine and you will not realize they are lying?
Absolute Medams. People can say I'm fine so convincingly that it's hard to realize they are not being truthful. They might have practiced it or feel pressure to maintain that facade. It can be tricky because body language and tone might not always match their words. Have you ever had a moment where you sensed someone wasn't really fine, even if they said they were?
No idea, and I am not noticing anything. So my next question is, what role does gender play in saying I'm fine?
Gender can play a significant role in how people express their feelings and use phrases like I'm fine. Societal expectations often pressure men to appear strong and stoic, leading them to say I'm fine even when they are struggling. On the other hand, women might feel more comfortable expressing vulnerability, but they can still feel the need to downplay their emotions in certain situations. These norms can create barriers to open conversations about mental health. What do you think about these gender expectations?
I am not expectations in any gender like male, female, custom. Okay, my next question is, what's the difference between I am fine and I don't want to talk?
Great question. I'm fine often implies that everything is okay even if it's not. Well, I don't want to talk is more direct and indicates a desire to avoid conversation about feelings or issues at that moment. Saying I'm fine can be a way to deflect deeper questions, whereas I don't want to talk sets a clear boundary. It's important to respect both statements, as they reflect different emotional states. How do you think people can communicate their feelings better in these situations?
I am not idea, but I think I am fine and I am okay is a similar word. Can you agree?
I can see why you'd think that. I'm fine and I'm okay do have similar meanings and can often be used interchangeably in casual conversation. However, I'm fine might carry a slightly more positive connotation, while I'm okay can sometimes suggest a neutral or even slightly less positive state. It's interesting how subtle differences in wording can change the tone. What do you think makes these phrases feel different to you?
Okay, my next question is it manipulative to say I am fine when clearly not?
It can be seen as manipulative if someone uses I'm fine to intentionally mislead others or avoid accountability. However, often people say out of habit or fear of vulnerability rather than a desire to manipulate. It's more about protecting oneself or trying to maintain a certain image. Understanding the reasons behind it can help create empathy. What are your thoughts on how we can encourage honesty in those situations?
I am not idea and I am not thinking. But
That's
my
totally fair. It can be tough to navigate these conversations. Sometimes, just being there for someone and showing that you care can encourage them to open up. If you're not sure how to approach it, you could ask open ended questions or share your own feelings to create a safe space. What do you think would work best in your experience?
I am no idea. But my next question is, do society reward emotional strength or emotional honesty?
That's an interesting question. Society often rewards emotional strength, valuing resilience and the ability to handle challenges without showing vulnerability. This can create pressure to appear strong and composed. However, there's a growing movement towards valuing emotional honesty, encouraging people to express their true feelings and seek help when needed. It's a balancing act, and different cultures may emphasize one over the other. What do you think would be more beneficial for people in the long run?
I have no idea, and I'm not thinking this thing. But my next question is, how do different culture interpret emotional opinions?
Different cultures interpret emotional expressions in various ways. In some cultures, expressing emotions openly is encouraged and seen as a sign of authenticity and connection. In others, showing emotions might be viewed as a sign of weakness, leading people to suppress their feelings. For example, in many Western cultures, self expression is often valued, while some Eastern cultures might prioritize harmony and restraint. These differences can impact how people communicate their feelings and respond to others' emotions. What cultural influences have you noticed in your own experiences?
Okay, very nice answer. So my next question is, when someone say, "I am fine," how should a partner respond?
When a partner hears I'm fine, it can be helpful to respond with empathy and openness. They could say something like, I'm here if you want to talk about anything, or I understand if you need some space. This shows that they care and are willing to listen without pressure. Sometimes, just knowing someone is there for support can make a big difference. How do you think partners can create a safe space for each other?
Uh, I have no partner. I am single. So my next
Got it?
question is,
Sir, what's your next question? I'm ready.
okay, is emotional honesty always safe in a relationship?
Emotional honesty is crucial for building trust and intimacy in a relationship, but it can sometimes feel risky. Being open about feelings can lead to vulnerability, which might be met with misunderstanding or judgment. However, fostering a culture of honesty can ultimately strengthen the relationship. It's all about finding the right balance and ensuring both partners feel safe to express themselves. What do you think helps create that safe space for emotional honesty?
I have no idea. So my next question is, how does say I am fine affect intimacy in relationships?
Saying I'm fine can affect intimacy in relationships by creating a barrier to deeper connection. If one partner consistently downplays their feelings, it can lead to misunderstandings and emotional distance. Intimacy thrives on open communication and vulnerability. When partners feel they can share their true emotions, it strengthens their bond. If one partner is always saying they're fine, the other might feel shut out or unsure of how to support them. What do you think are some ways to encourage more open communication in a relationship?
I have no idea and no notice in any other things. What my next question is, how does trust change when people are not emotionally transparent?
Trust can take a hit when people aren't emotionally transparent. If someone often says I'm fine but is actually struggling, it can create feelings of doubt or confusion in their partner. They might start to wonder if they really know the person or if there are hidden issues. Emotional transparency fosters trust because it shows vulnerability and honesty. When people share their feelings openly, it builds a stronger foundation for the relationship. Have you noticed trust dynamics in your own experiences with friends or family?
Okay, nice answer. But my next question is, can I am fine prevent someone from seeking therapy?
Yes, saying I'm fine can sometimes prevent someone from seeking therapy. If a person believes they are fine, they might not recognize the need for help or feel that their issues aren't serious enough to warrant therapy. This mindset can lead to ignoring deeper emotional struggles that could benefit from professional support. Encouraging self reflection and openness to seeking help can be important steps in recognizing when therapy might be beneficial. What are your thoughts on how to encourage someone to consider therapy when they might be hesitant?
No idea. But my next question is, why do we people use "I am fine" in school, hospitals, and colleges and other institute. Why? And who introduced the word? Who introduced this word and when?
People often use I'm fine in places like schools, hospitals, and colleges as a way to maintain a sense of normalcy or to avoid burdening others with their problems. It can also be a quick response to social norms, where people feel pressure to appear composed, especially in formal or public settings. As for who introduced the phrase, it's hard to pinpoint a specific origin. The phrase has been part of the English language for a long time, evolving over centuries. It likely gained popularity in everyday conversation as a simple way to express that someone is okay without going into detail. Isn't it interesting how language and phrases adapt to social contexts? What do you think about the way we communicate in different environments?
No idea, but our conversation time is over. So until the next conversation with a new topic, with a new crazy topic. So Allah Hafiz Annie.
Allah Hafiz, it was great chatting with you. I look forward to our next conversation and whatever crazy topic you bring. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Bye. So, everyone, this is my conversation with Colony on the topic I am fine, the truth behind a common answer. So, until the next conversation with a new topic, take care. Allah Hafiz, everyone.